Well, MoviePass stock is officially zero. It is zero. And why is that? Well, because their parent company, Helios and Matheson Analytics, have filed for bankruptcy. Actually, MoviePass also filed for bankruptcy. They both filed for bankruptcy. Chapter 7, not protection. This is, they're bankrupt and they want their assets to be liquidated. So, hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net and former shareholder of Helios and Matheson. I finally sold the stock. I made 80 cents off of it. Well, maybe like $1.20. It was not much. When they went file for bankruptcy, I knew at that point, well, it's going to zero. Let's just sell and get whatever possible. And so 80 cents is what I walked away from Helios and Matheson. Thank goodness the rest of my portfolio is actually really healthy for the most part. I mean, definitely had a couple rough days because the stock market's been a little bad, but you know. So anyway, yeah, this thing. Should we have like a ceremonial burning of the MoviePass card or something? Let it finally go to pass? Well, okay, here, I'm going to talk about it, like, because MoviePass was like a huge part of this channel for a long time. I really think I should have been talking about more than MoviePass. I think that's what killed my channel. You know, one of the problems was talking about like one company is that company goes out of business or something. Then guess what? You don't have a whole lot else to talk about. And so it's kind of interesting because this is not only like me saying goodbye to MoviePass. This is me basically saying, yeah, my channel has to grow. It has to do something else. So, but here's the tricky thing, because even though MoviePass is bankrupt, they actually owe users some $12 million. So let's look at this real quick. Let's see here. In case you thought the MoviePass saga would remain a smoldering heap of yesterday's news from here on out, guess again. Helios and Matheson Analytics, the theater subscription service parent company, has at last filed for bankruptcy, according to the Wrap. While that may sound like it signals the complete end of all things MoviePass, there's one interesting wrinkle. The company may owe subscribers a total of more than $1.2 million. Quote, as a result of filing the petition, a Chapter 7 trustee will be appointed by the bankruptcy court to administer the estate of the company and to perform the duties set forth in Section 704 of the Code, reads a filing with the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. According to the Wrap, MoviePass may owe $1.2 million to roughly 12,000 subscribers or $100 each. It's not clear if that group includes a certain class of MoviePass subscriber, like an annual user that was pre-charged for the service prior to its shutdown, or if that was the total user base of MoviePass at the time it closed its doors. Well, if it was the total amount of users who were subscribed to MoviePass, then I guess Katie and I are both owed $100 each, because we actually stuck to MoviePass till the end. Now, the last I heard about MoviePass, of course, was that Ted Farnsworth had tried to buy MoviePass and bring it private. I guess it didn't work out. They had also, Helios and Matheson had set up a strategic review committee to identify, review, and explore all strategic and financial alternatives for keeping the business alive, which include selling assets like MoviePass and MoviePhone, but those didn't pan out. So first of all, let's talk about now that MoviePass is bankrupt and they're selling off the assets. Is there even anything worth buying at this point? And truthfully, there is. I mean, do I think MoviePass will make like a great comeback? Probably not, although I could see some things working. I mean, here's the thing. Like, let's say you're like a Alamo Drafthouse or a Studio Movie Grill, a theater chain, but a smaller one. You want to have your own subscription service. Well, guess what? MoviePass is now bankrupt and it's extremely cheap. You get the information of the people who signed up for MoviePass. You probably have a couple, 10,000 of their subscribers. You can offer them a deal. You'll have like a patented card and system. I mean, that might be worth something. There's also MoviePhone, the review site. I could see like Rotten Tomatoes or something just buying it for pennies on the dollar and either shuttering it or turning it into like an extension of Rotten Tomatoes or Fandango. You never know. So there's, who knows who's going to want to buy what, but again, they're fire selling it. Like, whoever buys it, these assets, and whatever assets they buy, it's going to be cheap. And I also would not expect, by the way, if you were one of those people who are owed money for MoviePass, to actually get any of that money. As for the company going dead, you know, a lot of people say that they won't miss MoviePass, and I understand. They got kind of shady. They got unstable. People loved the service when it was like a deal good, too good to be true. They really hated it when the deal got considerably worse. I think, and MoviePass should have done more to. I keep thinking, like, what are some of the things they could have done to have avoided death? And maybe there was nothing they could have ultimately done. There were things they could have done early on that would have curbed problems, though. I mean, they could have, like, maybe instead of like a movie a day, maybe they should have started with like 2 or 3 movies a week. Maybe they, maybe the Movie Pass would have been good if it's like, hey, with this you basically get a discount on the movies unless you go like on Discount Tuesday or something. Obviously, taking away repeat viewings early on, that would have been great. I don't know. There's like maybe not selling this thing at Costco. I mean, it was pointed out by someone that one of the problems with the Costco annual memberships, aside from the fact that it was cheaper, is that people at Costco have time to just kind of hang around the store and buy a bunch of samples and just sample things all day. So you sell them something like MoviePass, they have time to go to a movie every single day. They do. Obviously, not keeping the price at $9.99 indefinitely. That should have been a promotion. It should not have been the norm. In fact, they should have started at $9.99 and brought it up to $25 a month. Obviously, people will stomach $25 a month. So there's a lot of little things they could have done, but maybe it was just never sustainable. Unless they could get like a cut of that concession money, which they were never going to do, then it was probably always a dead thing. Also, I don't know how they were selling the data, but they probably should have jumped on that a lot sooner. But as they were discussing on the John Campea show today, like Aaron was pointing out, like Helios and Matheson were an analytics company, and that's why they bought MoviePass. They were going to sell the data. But then the Cambridge scandal broke, and Mark Zuckerberg is being put on Congress, and so then MoviePass like, oh, no, we're not selling your data. Don't worry, we're not doing that. But that was really the only way to make money. I don't know. It was I'm definitely always eternally grateful for what MoviePass was able to bring in terms of like it inspired AMC and Regal to do subscription services here. And even though I did lose a lot of money on the stock, I saw so many movies that I more than made up for that. So, thank you, MoviePass. I don't know if anyone's going to buy the assets. I don't know if they'll bring it back. I mean, it's still a brand, and under the right hands, it could be a good one. But we'll have to see what happens during the bankruptcy filing. So, and for some reason, Steam wants to open all of a sudden. So anyway, that's where we're going to leave this one. What do you folks think? Are you going to miss MoviePass or not? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.